Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to talk about money, ufology, and why you should pay for books, conferences, and website subscriptions. Since launching ufologyweb.com in 2019, I've received some feedback from people suggesting that they are unwilling to pay for a course in ufology when all the material, they assume, is freely available online. Others have said that a true ufologist is someone who has spent years doing their own research without any formal courses. They think that you shouldn't pay for a 12-week course, and instead you should spend many months researching the subject for yourself, using books and online material. I've also seen comments in various Facebook groups in which people question why they should pay for tickets to UFO conferences, website subscriptions, or anything else that UFO researchers produce. The attitude seems to be that since YouTube and social media is free, then everything else should be too. They question those who appear to be making money from the subject. So in this video, I'm going to explain why the things you think are free come with a cost, why few people are getting rich with their research, and why you should consider paying for at least some content. First, let's look at the true cost of social media. Social media companies are private companies that provide a service for their users that seems to be free of charge. You may not have to pay cash to use YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, but you pay in other ways. You expose yourself to constant advertising, and you provide these companies with your personal data, which they then harvest for more advertising and the influence that this can control. Social media is designed to suck you in and fix your attention on it, so that you see as many adverts as possible. Do you think social media is the bastion of free speech? Say something controversial or which doesn't match the mindset of the company's owners and watch what happens. Remember, these are private businesses with their own rules and they owe you nothing. For content generators, all that free content you see on social media comes with a cost that is proportional to the length and complexity of the content. A quick post with a picture takes a few seconds, but videos like the one you're watching now require a script, recording a narration, suitable imagery and video clips, editing, uploading, and finalizing as a public video. It takes time and effort, and for some the work itself is rewarding. Personally, I choose to do it and I'm not complaining because I enjoy it. But some people seem to think that being a part-time YouTuber is the route to instant riches. As anyone who has tried it for themselves can confirm, it most certainly is not a get-rich-quick method, unless you can create videos that generate hundreds of thousands of views. Similarly, unless you've hit the really big numbers in terms of watch time, the revenue from AdSense, affiliate links, and merchandise is pitifully small in comparison to the time spent creating the content. Now a few words about the true cost of UFO research. The military-industrial complex and the world's governments can spend an almost limitless amount of money as they see fit, particularly if the projects in question are hidden from public scrutiny and accountability. How many trillions of dollars have been spent on USAPs, unacknowledged special access projects? All of that money has come from millions of taxpayers and businesses who have no choice but to pay what their governments demand. UFO researchers, on the other hand, are largely self-financed. Having paid their taxes, they then use what income they have left to finance their investigations. Travel, accommodation, equipment, software, and the various and many costs associated with producing a newsletter, a book, or a website have to come out of their own pockets. Then there is the risk. If you spend a year or two researching and writing a book, you have to pay the same publishing costs whether the book goes on to become a bestseller or only sells 500 copies. If you organize a UFO conference, the costs are the same: venue rental, security, staff, administration, publicity, insurance, etc., whether you sell 5,000 tickets or just 50. In both cases, you can end up in serious debt if the sales don't materialize. It's not uncommon for people to grossly underestimate the capital and running costs of a business or event, and overestimating the financial rewards, whatever the subject. Ufology is still not a mainstream subject that attracts millions of followers. Interest in it is increasing, but it's still considered a fringe subject by many. So anyone entering the subject in the hope of making a small fortune might need to think again. Having said that, it is by nature a subject that is full of possibilities, and consequently people can tell very tall tales. They can seem earnest and convincing, and they may ask you for money in return. As in all walks of life, we have to be on our guard against the charlatans, the narcissists, and the fraudulent. But again, being able to distinguish the true experiences from the fakes requires research and knowledge. Life is full of choices. You can be a passive observer and consumer of all the content you see in social media. You can pass judgment on it and keep scrolling because there's a limitless supply. You can buy the book and read it thoroughly, go to the conference, subscribe to the website, and pay for the online course, and help finance further research by dedicated amateurs. If you don't want to part with any cash, you can click on the ad or use the affiliate link when you do make an online purchase for something else. You can become a ufologist yourself and help by contributing to the pool of knowledge. One day you may become so good at it that you earn a living by being a respected ufologist. But if you enter this field thinking only about making money, you're going to be disappointed. So as you can tell, I don't agree that anyone involved in researching UFOs, the paranormal, or spiritual experiences should give away all the fruits of their labours on demand simply because there's free stuff on the internet. Any more than I think a baker should give away free loaves of bread just because the soil, air and water that grew the wheat is free. I think a few dollars here and there is a small price to pay for what may become the truth that blows away the smokescreen that hides the reality of our existence. Feel free to express your views below. Please give this video a like and share it with others who might be interested in this subject. And subscribe to my channel for the next video on this topic.